Good morning, everybody. Hi, Rosalind. Hi, Drew. How are you? Angela, Lottie. Who else have we got? Feel free to jump in and say hi. Good morning, Jack. So welcome along to another fantastic lesson here at LearnBridge Online. How has everybody been? How's the week been going? Has there been any bridge practice happening? Let's hope that you've all had a go on BBO. So feel free to ask any questions as we go tonight. There's a little chat window in the bottom right hand corner of your screen there. All of your questions are welcome, and it's especially helpful for those people that watch the replay afterwards that can't join us now. And we're sure that if you've got questions, it's likely that other people will as well. Just if you do have any technical difficulties tonight, there's a couple of things you can try. First thing, just leave it a few moments, see if it irons itself out. Second thing is to refresh your browser tab. And then lastly, if that doesn't work, just exit out of your browser tab, go back to your original email invite and reopen it again. So that pretty much will solve 99.9% of issues. And if there's anything else that happens and that doesn't solve it, there's a LearnBridge Online logo at the top of the screen in the right hand corner. It says click here for support. If you click that, that will come through to me and I will help resolve your issue in the background, or I'll do my very level best. If you can just keep any technical questions using that LearnBridge Online support logo instead of in the main chat window, that means we can all just focus on the lesson. All right. Good morning, Susan. Hello, Joy. Good morning, Jack's mum. Bit grey, is it? All right, so let me do the most important thing and start the recording, and then we will ask Jack to join us. Always takes a little while. Good morning, Susan. Have I said hello to you? All right, here we go. Welcome along, everybody, to another fantastic lesson here at LearnBridge Online. You are very welcome. A big welcome to people joining us live, and also a big welcome to those watching on the replay. If you are watching the replay, please feel free to join us next week. You're more than welcome. Otherwise, all of the lessons are obviously in your LearnBridge Online account. You can go back and you can re-watch them. So just remember, it's a really useful resource to go back, look at the recordings, and also look at the worksheets. So without further ado, let us welcome up our fantastic teacher, Jack. Everybody, please give a warm welcome, a warm LBO welcome.
Morning, Caroline. Morning, students.
Good morning.
Those watching in replay. All's good, Caroline. Well, we've reached lesson 4. We're doing well. We are playing the game of bridge now.
We are. And I was just saying, I hope people have been practicing on BBO Online, because it's always good to put it into practice.
Yes, hopefully. And at the end of this, lesson, stay on the line, everyone, because I'm going to tell you about a very good app that you can play on your phone, your tablet, or your iPad, or whatever. As an alternative to BBO, because there's actually loads of bridge programs out there, but obviously some are better than others. So these are just one or two we recommend. But there are others out there, some of which you pay for, some of which you don't, to play bridge against computers generally. Right, well, shall I get on? Thank you for your intro, Caroline.
I will see you all at the end and find out about that bridge app.
Yes.
Have a good lesson, everyone.
We'll chat about that at the end. Right, let's get going. And here we are. Declare a play, making tricks. We're going to take a little break from the bidding. Bidding is the most important bit and by far the most difficult. Of course, that does take weeks, months to learn. That's part of the fun of learning bridge. But today we're just going to take a break because we're going to talk about making tricks. Oh, just a quick review of last week's lesson. Just remember, an opening bit of one no trump. It's very specific in bridge. It's 12 to 14 points inclusive, and it's a balanced hand. Yeah, any of those three shapes are balanced. We talked about that last week. Hopefully some of those of you who've just joined have managed to watch the last 3 lessons in replay. They're all available in the replay library. Okay, so that's what we learned last week. And you go to the bar, of course. Bridge is a game of 2 halves. The bidding comes first, as you know. And that will determine the contract, whether we're playing in 2 hearts or 1 no trump or whatever. It'll also tell you how many tricks declarer will need to get. Always add on 6, so a contract of 2 hearts, if that's the final bid, 3 passes, you need to make 8 tricks. I think we're up on that now. It'd be silly if you had to make 2 tricks out of 13. You'd make that every day of the week, even on a Wednesday. Yeah, just a quick reminder as well, declare as the player who mentioned the trump suit first. It's still very early days for us, so we do need to recap on these. So if I bid a heart and you bid 2 hearts as my partner, if I end up in hearts, I'll be the declarer because I mentioned hearts first. The player to the left of declarer makes the opening lead. Yeah. Their cards will be hidden, of course. And they choose a card which they would lay face up on the table. And then dummy goes down in columns if you're playing face to face. And all the rest of the hands stay hidden. Bit of etiquette. Once dummy is tabled, declarer could say thank you, partner. And dummy replies, good luck, partner. Yeah, in a robotic voice if you're playing with robots. Okay, so declare playing trump contracts. Most of the time in bridge, it's right for declare to draw trumps. And it's a good habit to get into. I know a lady who plays in Harrogate and she never ever draws trumps. She knows she doesn't and goes down a lot. It's like a drawing trump phobia. And in time, you'll be able to count the opponent's trumps. So you don't continue to draw them when they've run out. That'd be wasteful. So let's just have a little look at that. We're playing in 2 diamonds. You've got to try and make 8 tricks as declarer. How many trumps do the opponents have here? Let's have our first question of the morning. Those watching in replay too, are you ready? How many trumps have the opponents got? And let's just say a few good mornings to Rosalind, Michelle, Susan, Joy saying hello. Jack's mum's here to help. Angela. Yeah, we've got 8. We've got 6 diamonds in our own hand to the ace, king, queen, and there's jack 3 in dummy. So we've got 8. 13 minus 8 is 5. Good. And we're hoping that 5 will divide 3 and 2. Good. Yeah, sometimes they're 4 and 1. That's not so good. 5-0 is very unlikely. And it's best really just to count the opponent's trumps. It's easier to count to 5 than it is to 13. But it is for me anyway. Let's go straight on to hand 1 on BBO. Here it is. So what would we open? Yeah, south is the dealer. Look, it's donated over here to the left under the 1. D for dealer. So south is the dealer. Remember, if we're playing real bridge, just do remember that all 4 cards will be hidden from the other players. But for sake of easiness, I have all the cards to view. What do we open though with the south hand? We got 14 points. What is our opening bid? Remember, 12 points to open. So first thing we do is count our points. We got 14. Morning B. I will get to know you over the coming weeks and months. As best I can, and I can just chat with you in the chat box. So some are opening 1 diamond, some are opening 1 no trump in the chat box. What would you do if you're watching in replay? Hello to you, of course. Can I give you a clue? I'm going to give you a get out jail free card, actually. So I'm in a good mood. Has South got a balanced hand? Because they've got 12 to 14 points. So I'd very much be thinking about opening 1 no trump with the South hand. But is it a balanced hand? You're allowed to change your answer. There are 3 types of balanced hand. There's North has got a balanced hand. That's 4, 3, 3, and a 3. Yeah, that's the most balanced you can get. The other balanced hand is 4, 4, 3, and a 2. Sounds like a football formation. And the third balanced hand is one that beginners, some improvers do forget. It's the 5, 3, 3, 2. So South has a balanced hand. Would you like to change your mind, some of you? There we go. Good. I like opening one no trump because it tells my partner exactly what I've got. It's about the only bit in bridge that does. Well, there's one or two others, but you know, at the one level, it tells your partner a very specific point count. Okay, anyone know what North might do? I haven't actually taught you this yet, but some of you have played before might know. What do you think North might do, if anything? They've got a balanced hand. You could have a wild guess. Some of you have played before might have an idea. Those of you who haven't played bridge before, yeah, you're not going to get the right answer probably. LBO Support's played bridge before. Looks as though Angela might have done as well. Yes, you are going to bid 3 no trumps for reasons that I'll go through at a later date. Yeah, not today. Yeah, but we're going to bid 3 no trumps. Okay, it's all to do with the scoring, but actually the scoring comes next week, so that will be discussed next week. Why we're bidding 3 no trumps. Okay, how many tricks do we have to make? Because it's good to check on these things at an early date. Michelle and Susan think it's 9. Andrew does. Morning, Andrew. B. Yeah, and they're right. You always add on 6. We've got to try and make 9 tricks out of 13. Okay. Opening lead. The opening lead online can only come from the person to the left of declarer. And that's quite important with the bidding. It went 1 no trump, 3 no trumps. But remember, South, who is basically me, declarer, becomes declarer because they mentioned the no trumps first. Because North and South bid no trumps, but South got in there early. Okay, well, never play too quickly at trick 1. I'm just doing a bit of planning. I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to make 9 tricks here? Which suit should I be playing on? So clearly I'm going to win third player play high. Clearly I'm going to win that trick. So that's 1 trick to us. We need another 8. Which card are we going to play next from declarer's hand to South, everyone? Denoted by the gold bar. Won't let you play from any other hand online. Which card should we, which suit should we kind of get going, do you think? Or should we start on? So this is a question. It's a question for you watching at home in replay. Well, you're probably watching at home. Some of you might be watching in the office or on holiday, I suppose. So Jack's mum's come in there. We've got nice little pink symbols now, Jack's mum. We never had those before, did we? LBO support next to the chat box. We've got a nice little JM in pink. Which suit do you think is going? And can I give you a clue? That we should play like the tortoise, not the hare. Don't be afraid about losing. So this lesson really is all about lose to win. Does that give you a clue? And what we need to try and do is develop tricks here. Yeah, that's the key. Well, the worst thing we could do, by far the worst thing we do, which we're not, would be to play the king of spades. That would be dreadful. Because it means as soon as we lose the lead, West gets in with their winning spades. So that would be the worst thing to do. That's the opponent's suit. The best thing to do, well done if you said it, is to play a diamond. Okay? You could play the 9 or the 10 or the jack or the queen. They're all together. But I prefer to play the king of diamonds. I'll tell you 2 reasons why. 1, because it's easier for me to remember that the king has gone, the highest one. And B, I really want to get rid of the ace of diamonds. So I really want to try and get the opponents to play that quite soon if I can. Because then I can get on with things. Yeah, but a 9 of diamonds, but a diamond was definitely the way forward. You'll see why, hopefully, in a second or two. Okay, so we lose. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Remember, we are allowed to lose 4 tricks. And I can teach you this method all day long, but really it's not until you have the cards in your hand, either virtual cards or real cards, and start playing no trump contracts that you realize this is the winning strategy. Because as beginners, you're naturally tempted to play out your aces and kings. Yeah, so if some of you wanted to play a club there, ace can wait. Which card does East return, by the way? Spade, heart, club, or diamond? Remember, they can only see the dummy in real life. So the dummy is available for everyone always. Which card do you think East should return? Or which suit even? Having won the ace of diamonds. Have a guess if you like. Well, I'll tell you what's a really good thing to do is to return partner's suit in bridge. So if they lead a spade, remember partner led the spade to begin with, returning partner's suit in no trumps is a really good habit to get into. It will keep your partner in a good mood. Because what it means now is if East or West get in again, they've got winning spade tricks. The queen of spades will be a winner, the 10, the 5. Okay? So it's really a kind of tortoise versus hare race in no trumps. It's a race really for East and West to try and develop their long suit before declarer and dummy develop their own long suit. Okay, what do you think we do next? As declarer, do we play a diamond, a club, or a heart? Which do you think? Time for me to have some water. Yes, and I hope you're enjoying your introduction to bridge. This is the 4th lesson, believe it or not. Still a lot of unanswered questions. I'm sure mostly they're to do with the bidding, but that's what we learn the coming weeks and months in a nice, organized structure. And I hope you're finding the worksheets very useful as well, that you can download. Yeah, definitely, let's play a diamond. They're all winners. So effectively what we've done here is we've lost 1 to gain 4. It's a very good equation in bridge. So we're just taking our winners. Like that. Let's get rid of a spade. Let's get rid of a heart. And we can see now, keep an eye on the trick target, everyone, to the left. We've made, and we always ones you've made are up in victory, lay down in defeat. We've actually made 6 tricks. Ali's asking, should we be counting the amount of cards in each suit in no trumps? Not really, Ali. No, you don't need to. The world champion would, or championess. But generally just counting, when you get more experience, Ali, just counting 1 suit is fine. Yeah, but if you want to be like world champion, then yeah, but just at, at this level here, no. Right, so now we do the clubs. We only need 3 more tricks. So we can turn, we've been a tortoise earlier on, losing to the ace of diamonds. Now we're turning into the hare. We're taking our winners. Like that. So we've made our target of 9 tricks. We try and make an extra one. There we go. And we must finish off the game. We're going to lose the last 2, but that's absolutely fine. Now, most bridge players, Ali, don't count the cards in each suit in no trumps or in trumps. It's good to count the trumps, though, in a trump contract. That's a habit we'll get into. So don't worry about the score, but we've made 10 tricks. Happy days. A good start to Wednesday morning. We've made 9 tricks plus 1 extra. And it was a joint effort. It was your idea to play on the diamonds. Thing is, if you'd have played on the clubs first, you see, you'd make your 4 club winners and the 2 spades. That's only 6 tricks. Right, let's go back to the classroom. Okay, so when you first start playing bridge, like most of you have, especially no trump contracts, are more difficult to play, as you don't have the safety net of a trump suit. As you've just seen on the last hand, declarer needs to adopt or adapt a lose to win strategy. Play like a tortoise. There you go, tortoise tick, and not a hare. Well, I do like hares, but it's not such a good strategy in no trumps. So we play like a tortoise, lose to win. We're going to play a little mini game, okay? So your 3 cards, this isn't a game in bridge, but it's like a miniature little mini game we're playing as a kind of bonus, okay? So it would never happen in real life, but your 3 cards are the king of spades, the queen of spades, and the ace of hearts, okay? You have to make 2 tricks out of 3. Remember, in this little mini game, the trick is only containing 2 cards, yours and mine. So you have to make 2 tricks out of 3, and your turn to play first. Which of those cards should you play? King of spades, or the queen of spades, or the ace of hearts? What do you think if you're watching in replay? Think about it for a second. There's 3 tricks available. What are you going for? King or queen of spades? They're both the same, really. Or do you think it's best to go with the ace of hearts? Just waiting for the answers to come in. So they are now. Well done. It's good that people can use the chat box. Yeah, don't be scared of, putting your answers in. We don't name and shame. And you only learn in bridge by making mistakes. So actually, if you can interact via the chat box, it's great. So I see that Rosalind, B, Angela, Joy, Michelle, they're all playing the queen of spades. And guess what? They're all right. Those are my 3 cards, look. Let's say you make the mistake of playing the ace of hearts first. That obviously wins the trick by beating my queen. But then if you play the king of spades next, or the queen, it loses to my ace of spades. And look, then I make my king of hearts. So you only make 1 trick. You fail if you start with the ace. However, yeah, you lose, I win. However, let's say you play the king of spades first, or the queen, doesn't actually matter. I tend to play the higher one of the 2. You lose that trick to the ace of spades. Okay. And then I would play the king of hearts, my card. You then beat it with your ace of hearts, and you've made your queen of spades into a winner. So effectively, by getting rid of the ace of spades, you've lost 1 to win 1. Yeah. So well done. Everyone in the live chat box won that game quite convincingly. Yeah, I mean, that mini game just really shows you about lose to win. Again, there's the tortoise. It looks a bit grumpy today, that tortoise. I don't know why. Okay, a little bit of strategy just at this very early stage. In no trump contracts, declarer makes a 3-stage plan. We count the certain tricks, aces and kings, queens maybe, but the suit has to have an ace in it. Secondly, we then look for the extra tricks. Yeah, which suit we're going to play on, like we did in that first hand. And finally, and the most important thing, which is quite difficult for complete beginners, but you will get into the habit soon, is you go for the extra tricks first. And the thing is, as a beginner, it's kind of slightly normal to start playing your aces and kings out first. But as on that previous hand, you need to really lose to win. And that's quite difficult to teach. It's something you will just develop once you start playing more online on BBO. And some of you will have already done that by playing the mini bridge. Should we just have a go at this very early stage of counting certain tricks? So between dummy and declarer, this is something I would never do in trump contracts, by the way, but it's a no trump strategy. How many certain tricks have we got here in between north and south, dummy and declarer? It's a similar hand to the one we played on BBO, actually. Go on, have a guess. I'll give you a clue. It's a number between 0 and 10. So what we do is we go through it, each suit in turn. From Declarer's point of view, looking at them. So look at the spade suit, how many certain tricks there. Then we look at the heart suit, looking Declarer and dummy. Then we look at the club suit. And then we look at the diamond suit. Just waiting for the answers to come in. 6 looks like a popular number. How are you doing, those watching in replay? How many did you come to? So we've got different answers. We've got 3. We got, oh, B's having 2 guesses. It's okay, B. You can have as many as you like. Oh, B's had a 3rd guess. That's good. I like that. You only learn by your mistakes. Let's go through it together. So in the spade suit, we've got the ace and the king. That's 2. In the heart suit, we've got potential winners, but we've got no certain ones because we're missing the ace of hearts. So 0 in hearts. Yeah. Potential, I agree with you, but not certain. Clubs, we've actually got 4 tricks there. We've got the king of clubs, the jack of clubs, and the ace, and the queen. We're going to make 4 tricks there. And in diamonds, we've got loads of potential, but nothing certain because we're missing the ace. So we've got no certain tricks in diamonds. So well done, 4 clubs and 2 spades. We've got 6 certain tricks. Okay, well done. And again, for those of you who didn't get the right answer, again, this takes a bit of practice counting certain tricks. I never would expect you to get the answer right, everyone, first time. And where are the extra tricks coming from, do you think? Mainly. Where's our main source of extra tricks? Yeah, just like in the hand we played on BBA, it's diamonds. Once the ace of diamonds has gone, we're going to make 4 extra tricks. Yeah. Hearts aren't so bad, but once the ace of hearts has gone, we're only going to make 2 extra tricks. Oh, hi, Denise. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I mean, the worst thing you could do is to win the ace of spades, then play the king of spades. That'd be the worst thing, because that'd make you very vulnerable in spades. But win the ace of spades and immediately play on diamonds. If they don't play the ace first time, they might not. It's a free world. Just keep playing on the diamonds till they do eventually play the ace. So having won the spade, let's say with the king, what do we immediately do at trick 2? Having won the king of spades. Yes, it's identical to the hand we just played, wasn't it? So we start with a diamond. I prefer the king, but any diamond will do, really. So this is a classic 3-stage plan in 3 no trumps. It's a plan that, you know, over the coming weeks and months you will develop. Count the certain tricks. Look for the extras. They're coming from diamonds. And crucially, go for those extras first. Playing out and getting rid of the ace of diamonds. But that'll be something you can practice on the on BBO and on the Bridge app, mini bridge. Talking of which, let's play our second hand on BBO. One I prepared earlier. And in a few weeks' time, we'll actually get you playing with real live people online from the class. That's going to be fun. We don't do it just yet because we want to get a few of the basics underway. But we'll show you how to play on BBO online for free with fellow class members. Oh, hi, Shauna. Thanks for paying us a visit. Right. What does South is the dealer, donated by the D here. What do we open it as a South hand with? We've got 13 points. Remember, to open the bidding, you need 12 points or more. What does South open with the Ace of Diamonds and the King of Hearts? Well done. Well, I think we learned from our mistakes earlier. It's tempting to bid one heart, but actually it's a balanced hand, 5, 3, 3, 2. So well done, everyone in the chat box. Nearly everyone bidding one no-trump. Good, I've gone to the bar. There's my drink look. West passes with a measly 6 points. Anything from North, do you think? What's North got? 10 points. Would North bid anything with 10 points? Balanced hand, by the way, remember? So when you have two balanced hands together, you play in no trumps. But well done for remembering that. 5, 3, 3, 2. And yes, even if you're an experienced bridge player, with 10 points, you wouldn't bid there. So well done, pass. For those who want to know, 2 no trump shows 11 or 12 points, but that's for the later date. Good. That's the final contract. Yeah, and East, really not advisable to bid 2 spades on a 4-card suit there, by the way, even though East has 11 points. But it's quite common for bidding to go 1 no trump, pass, pass, pass. Should we just practice the opening lead for a second? What does West lead? No, it's not my favourite contract, 1 no trump, Sean. No. But I do see it as a challenge now. I quite enjoy it. But for most bridge players, 1 no trump will be voted the most horrible. Because you don't have much to go on. Oh, hi, Michelle. There we go. Lowest card from longest suit. Should we have a little practice at counting certain tricks? Because we've just learned it, but it doesn't mean to say you're all going to get it right. So this is something I would do now. I would count certain tricks. How many have we got? Looking at each suit in turn between declarer and dummy. And remember, a certain trick has to contain the ace. We've got none in spades because we don't have the ace. We've got none in hearts. Loads of potential, but we don't have the ace of hearts. We've got ace of clubs, which is 1, and the ace king of diamonds. So we've got 3 certain tricks. Well done, which seem to be the common denominator from the chat box. So well done. Good start for you there. So we need extra tricks. We do. We need to try and make 7 tricks here. Let's have a look. So second player play low. Third player play high. And as I said to you earlier, it's a good idea to return partner's suit in no trumps. Third player play high. And what does West do next, do you think? Having won the ace of spades. Remember, they can see dummy. They can see their own cards, of course, which are hidden. And declarer's cards are hidden. But dummy's cards are for everyone to view. Just to make that clear, because obviously here you can see all 4 hands. What do you think West might do next, having won the ace of spades? If you're watching in replay. Can I give you a clue? They also adapt a lose to win theory. Strategy, even. Next week is the scoring, by the way, and you get a quiz at the end in the on the worksheets. Scoring is take it or leave it, I tell you. Yeah, so for that reason, we should take out the king of spades, because that's a winner. But if east or west get in again, they've got a winning queen of spades. Which card should we discard here? That's interesting, as south, declare 4 of hearts, 3 of clubs, or 6 of diamonds. Which do you think is best? Yeah, one thing we mustn't do is throw a heart, because that's our long suit. That could be a source of tricks. So definitely 3 of clubs, I agree with you. Yeah. Hang on to the hearts, because they're our long suit. The club is useless. Okay, so everyone, including those in replay, we're on the dummy. We've made 1 trick. That's okay, though. We've got a long way to go. Which card should we play from the dummy now, having won the king of spades? A heart, club, or diamond? We've got to try and make 7 tricks. Well, remember we go for the extra tricks first. The ace, king of diamonds are our certain tricks. We keep those till later. So we definitely play a heart. Well done. Second player play low. And we rise with a king. Well, that was nice. King of hearts is 1. But the ace of hearts is still out there. What do you think we do? Which card specifically should we play next from Declarer? Which suit and which card specifically? There's 9 cards to choose from. Well, we've still got to flush out that ace of hearts, isn't it? So it'd be a good idea. A big mistake would be to play a small heart. Look, shall I show you why? If you play a small heart, you lose cheaply to the 10. Yeah, unnecessary loss of trick. So we undo. By the way, only I am allowed to undo when you play bridge online. Once you've played a card, I'm afraid, if you do it in a live game with a robot or with a human, you have to play it. You can't change your mind. I, as the teacher, though, obviously I'm in charge, so I can do what I like. So queen or jack of hearts, yes, they win their ace. They remember. That's why bridge is very good for your memory. You don't have to be, I haven't got a particularly good memory. I've just played a lot of bridge. They remember that their partner led a spade. So they play a spade back. Club can go. Switch to a diamond. Generally, dummy's weaker suit. Yeah, when you play defense, you normally play. So rather than playing to dummy's strengthening clubs, West does better to switch to a diamond. Dummy's weakness. Second player play low most of the time. And which one does East play? Queen, 10, or 7? Do you think? East can look at the dummy, by the way. Remember, East can see the dummy. They can see the dummy's got Jack, 8, 5. Do they play the Queen or the 10? Clearly, it's third player play high. But you can see the Jack of diamonds in dummy. So you don't actually need, be a mistake, to play the Queen. Because you can see, you can insert the 10. Yeah, with a Jack of diamonds in dummy. That'll bring out the ace or the king. So well done if you put in the 10 of diamonds there, seeing the Jack in dummy. Winning with the ace. And what do we do next as declarer? Yes, the scoring is important in that the scoring lesson, in that it tells you what we're aiming to do in bridge. How do you win? Like in tennis, you win a game and then you win a set. So we'll be looking at how you win in bridge and really what our target is, what we're trying to achieve. But the scoring itself, probably half the people do it, half don't. It's all done for you online. Yeah, let's enjoy the fruits of our labor. These hearts are all winners now. Another heart winner. King of diamonds is a winner. And we can relax now. I'm feeling relaxed. There we go. There's me looking relaxed. Because we made our 7 tricks between us. It was us, not me. It was a joint effort. We're going to make an extra one with the ace of clubs and give up a diamond at the end. So there we go. There's our trick target over there. We made 8 and the opponent's only made 5. So we won that one with an extra trick. Good. I think, obviously these are examples of lose to win. It's quite rare in bridge that you'll have, say, in one no trump 7, certain tricks. That's what makes one no trump a tricky hand to play. We only had 3 certain tricks there. So we had a fair bit of work to do. Let's play hand 3 on BBA. Definitely a tricky concept at first, Sean. I would agree with you. When you first start playing bridge, it is natural to want to play aces and kings because, you want to kind of win tricks. But you soon find out that by playing your aces and kings early won't help you. East has only got 11 points. What do they do? East is the opener. I like that, Joy. Joy's learning fast because she's making lots of mistakes. Yeah, you're a quick learner, Joy. Yeah, pass. You need 12 to start. South has got 12 points. What's their best bid, do you think? Remember, I'm going to have 5 minutes at the end just to go through with you on the bridge app. The lesson will finish slightly. Normally they're about an hour long. Well done, Susan. Denise, Joy, Drew, you're all bidding 1 no trump. Good. Better to bid 1 no trump than 1 spade with your balanced hand. And 12, 13, or 14 points. No more or no less. 12 to 14. Yeah, I wouldn't bid with a north hand. It's a balanced hand. It's a pass. Even for an experienced player, they would pass with that hand there. And I don't fancy bidding 2 hearts or 2 clubs with the east hand either. So again, 1 no trump it is. Lowest card from longest suit. Okay, let's just practice counting certain tricks again, shall we? How many certain tricks have we got between declarer and dummy? And this is something you do before you play a card from dummy. Even though it's obvious we're going to play the 3 of diamonds, now in bridge is planning time. And of course, don't sit there for 10 minutes, but, I don't know, 30 seconds, just a bit of planning. Go through it in turn. 3 seems to be the popular answer again. It's very popular because it's right. There's no certain tricks in spades. We don't have the ace. So well done. Myself and Jack's mum are impressed how much the live chat box is, how well they're doing with counting certain tricks. It's not that easy. Nothing's that easy in bridge, to be honest. And obviously different people find certain things easier and others will find certain things harder. There's a mix. But I'm sure let me just think about the people in replay. Oh, yes, you said 3 as well. Well done. So now I'm thinking about extra tricks. I've actually decided where they're coming from. So it's time to go. Second player play low. Third player play high. Okay. And luckily we've got the ace of diamonds. So the thing about 1 no trump is you can actually afford to lose 6 tricks. It's not all doom and gloom. And quite often when I play one no trump, I will lose the first 5 or 6 tricks. Well, sometimes, not all the time. But sometimes I will lose the first 5 or 6 tricks, being a super tortoise, and then winning the next 7, hopefully. But there will be times when one no trump goes 1, 2, 3 down. You know, it's just life. Now then, which card are we going to play next, do you think, from Declarer? It's our turn to play. Do we play a diamond, club, heart, or spade? Won't let me play from the other 3 hands. Where are those extra tricks coming from? They nearly always come from the long suit, by the way, which will tend to be a 5-card suit. Sometimes a 4-card suit. You won't always have a 5-card suit in no trumps. A spade, good. Should we play a small one? Doesn't matter particularly which. We've got so many good ones. Second player play low to the king. And one comes back to the queen, which they win with the ace. But we're feeling happier now because the jack and the 10 and the 9 of spades are all winners. Which card does West play now, having won the ace of spades? Spade, heart, club, or diamond, do you think? West's turn to play. Donated by the gold bar. Yeah, they take a winning diamond now. These diamonds are winners for the opposition. So they take their winners. Good idea. Must hang on to spades. That's really important. They're winners. Club can go here. They switch to dummy's weakest suit, which is hearts. And which one from the dummy do you think? Sorry, which one from second player play low? Which one from third player east? Looking, remember they can see the dummy. Everyone sees the dummy north. Which heart does east play? The ace, the queen, or the 3? Well, it's similar to the last hand we played, in that you don't need to waste the ace of hearts here. You know, look, seeing the king in dummy, you know that the queen's going to win the trick. Yeah. They probably take their ace now. But we're in control. And we can play our spades, which are all winners. And the 9 of spades is a winner, known as length winners in bridge. And the winning ace of clubs. So we're going to just squeeze home, everyone. Just. We've made 7 tricks, 1 no trump, our target, and the opponent's made 6. It was a close run thing, wasn't it? You can see now, that's why it's easier to see all 4 hands. You can see how good the spades were. Effectively, once the ace of spades has gone, you're going to make 4 tricks. Lose 1, gain 4. So hopefully these 3 set hands have explained to you. But it's not until you have the cards in your hand yourself, as I said earlier, virtually or physically, that you actually really learn how to do it. Yes, you only count certain tricks, Andrew, on at the beginning of the hand. Minus 90B is to do with the scoring, which comes next week. Yes, we won't explain it now. We have a whole lesson on scoring next week. We just kind of take it or leave it, actually. Some like to score, some find it too difficult. But that's fine. The good news is that most of the scoring, all the scoring is done for you online. So you don't have to bother with it. But it is good if you do know how to score. Because it tells you what the target's going to be, you know, how you actually win the game of bridge. But actually, if you physically don't want to score, that's fine. And online it's done for you. So minus 90 should actually mean plus 90, by the way, because we actually got a plus score there. Yeah, what more can I say? Let us go back to the classroom. So, practice playing bridge, an alternative to playing on BBA. Well, there's loads and loads of apps and programs out there for bridge, but it's important to practice. So Bajir's put a link on the class page for you to play some bridge on a very good app called Bridge. Shall I just find it? It's on my phone. It can be on phone or tablet or iPad, or if you don't have those, you can play it on the. I'm not sure you can play it on the web. No, you have to play it as an app. Here we go. Well, let's just have a look first of all. Oh, there, it's kind of there in the middle. Where is it? There it is. ACL. On there. Okay, so I'm going to click on it, and there you go. So you search ACL in your app store, and the full name of the app is BJ Beginner Bridge ACL, which is free to download, or your Google store or whatever. Bajir will then put it on the website as well. We will put a link there. So this is what you see on Bajir's website, Learn Bridge Online. You've got the virtual classroom where you come in. You've got the lesson library to explore previous lessons. Bridge question, you can ask the odd question if you're unsure, and I will answer it back. I quite enjoy answering questions. Not too many, but once every now and again. Yeah, if you've got a question when you're been playing bridge or after this lesson, and if you're watching in replay, you can't ask questions. You can ask the odd question online on the class page. And there you go, just declare, that's a BBA. And then below that, the free bridge app, sometimes referred to as BJ Bridge. So Bajir's actually going to put the link on the website for you as well. This is early days in your bridge career. There'll be a few things in the app I haven't taught you. Just ignore them, and also anything to do with the scoring. There is a hint facility on the app, but again, ignore any hints that are in a bridge too far. Because the worst thing in bridge you can do really is ACL doesn't find it. Hang on a look, sec, Les. I'm just going to have a look myself to search. There's my app store. Look, I'm going to put in ACL. Where are we? ACOL. Oh, hang on. It comes up on mine, Les. It comes up number 2 on mine. BJ Bridge. Yeah, if I put in ACL. Susan's found it. Let's keep trying. Yeah, so the worst thing in bridge, sorry, coming back to that, is to learn too much too quickly. That's why it's not a good idea to play online with other people, because they play much quicker. They've learned, probably been playing for years, and they will get frustrated that you're a beginner and don't know the bidding and play slowly. So either play with fellow beginners or robots, but just keep it simple. There's a lot that you haven't learned. There you go. So search ACL in your app store. Yeah, it'll come up number 1 or 2 on your iPhone, Shawnee. Yeah. Bridge Begin ACL. Yeah, it might be something different on Android. I would try BJ Bridge Beginner Ali. Yeah. There you go, BJ Beginner Bridge. So that's that. That's the opening screen of Bridge. You play in portrait mode on your device. It shows you more of the hand than in landscape mode. So play in portrait, i.e. like that, not like that. East is open 1 heart, so it's your turn to select a bid. And then click pass to end the bidding, and the contract here's 2 no trumps. Look, have to try and make 8 tricks. There you go. Once the bidding has ended, select play to start the hand. You can also rebid if you wish to. Yeah, you just find your way around it. Yes, Michelle's got a good point. To select bidding style, just checking it's ACOL beginner. Yes. Good point, Michelle. Yes, ACOL is the system we play. Don't play Benji beginner. It's a slightly different system. But ACOL beginner, Michelle, well done. Thank you for pointing that out. And then you can play select hands as well. So you are declarer as east. So the player to the left of the declare makes the opening lead. Here it's south who chooses the 3 of clubs. Okay. Yeah, because remember, when I teach you online, it'll always be south as declarer. In the real world, it could be south, west, north, or east. Yeah, but I just do it for the sake of easiness. I always have myself as declarer south. It's much easier doing it when I'm teaching it. Also, I've got a load of set hands that I put in there into the app. So the way to get those is to click on that red icon where it says load. I think I've got it on here. Hang on. Yes, it'll either be at the bottom of your screen. So you press the load and you will see a load of options like that. And there you go, there's Jack Stockham. So the developer of the app allowed me to put in my own set hands. So you click on that, Jack Stockham Total Beginners, and you can play 3 or 4 set hands to do with those particular topics. So I wouldn't do lesson 3 just yet. That comes up in a couple of weeks. But you can certainly have a go at lesson 1. There's 4 set hands to play there, about 1 no trump. And then lesson 2 is to do with drawing trumps. So you can choose from those 6 topics there. As I say, I advise playing lesson 1 and 2 to begin with, as you haven't done the others just yet. So you can bid and play and see if you can make the contracts there. So those are specific to my teaching. And then when you click on one of the topics, look, say you click on lesson 1, 1 no trump, comes up with 4 set hands, board 1, board 2, board 3, board 4. That basically means hand 1, hand 2, hand 3, hand 4. And you just click on board 1. Enjoy them. Let me know how you get on with them as well. Well, it's 10:26 UK time. That brings us to an end of lesson 4. So thank you all for joining us. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Caroline. So it's quite a good little app, that Bridge app, really, for people to learn on.
Yeah, I did use that a long time ago, and actually I'm keen to go back to it. But that thing where you've loaded up the hands is fantastic. Like, I remember when I was doing my beginners lessons, I was always thinking, I wish I could just go in and like play 10 hands with just this bidding convention that we're learning right now, because it's so important, isn't it, to practice those specific conventions to help your muscle memory. So
that's right. So they'll be specifically practicing opening 1 no trump, and going to the bar and things like that. So yeah, no, the set hands are very good. So I think there are other programs out there as well, but the beauty of both BBO and the Bridge app, of course, Caroline, is that they're both free.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is great. Yeah. Yeah. And I just want to mirror what you said earlier about, just don't worry when you don't know something, because it's so important, I think, with Bridge, which Jack's mum was saying, she's been playing for 70 years. It's a lifelong game. It's such a fantastic game, but you just can't expect to know everything at once. And you've just got to get that sort of acceptance going that, it's going to take you a while to pick everything up. And that's part of the joy of it, really, is that you never get bored of it, because there's always something to learn and grow into.
You're totally right, Caroline. Part of the main attraction of Bridge is it's not like Snap. You don't learn to play it in 3 seconds. And it's
it doesn't get boring.
Yeah, and it's a bit like golf in a way. A lot of people give up golf quite early because the ball, like, I remember playing, starting to play golf years ago, and the ball just wouldn't get off the ground. I was getting so frustrated. But after a while, the ball went in the air, and it was like the most wonderful thing to see this golf ball traveling up in the air. It's the same with Bridge in a way. To begin with, it's all a bit gobbledygook. Oh, this game's not for me. Do you have to be really clever to enjoy playing Bridge? No, that's a definite thing that people think. They say to me sometimes, you have to be really clever to play Bridge. Well, yes, if you want to be the world champion, or the county champion. Of course you do. But most of my students, they're clever, but they're not brilliant bridge players. They just enjoy,
They
the
just want to play for the
sociability.
enjoyment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Playing with
such
their
a fun
friends,
game.
playing as a club, coming on my bridge holidays. It's a fun game to play. They're not going to be the county champion. They don't want to be, probably. I mean, it's a much more serious game. But that's the beauty of bridge, of course, Caroline. You play on so many different levels. You can be 4 beginners, just having learnt, a couple of lessons, having fun. You can be 4 kind of internationals playing in total silence in a really serious competition, and everyone in between as well. So
and it's so worthwhile sticking with it, because each time a new set of information sinks in, it's incredibly satisfying and rewarding, isn't it?
It is, and it is a roller coaster. There will be ups and downs of learning, and definitely at the beginning, like now, a lot of people are saying, well, what does it mean if I open one heart, and why am I bidding 2 clubs, and why am I doing this? But it will become clear over time. The good news is, Caroline, and you know this as well, I do as a teacher take things in nice, steady steps.
Yes. Just nice little sort of chunks, sort of information chunks that you can actually digest, and it's not too overwhelming. And it's so easy to just want to learn everything at once. But you sort of need somebody to pace you and say, it's okay, you don't know everything all at once. Just take your time with it and take this one thing and try to work on that.
Yeah, no. Some teachers will be teaching conventions and things that are far too advanced for beginners, and they're surprised when their class, started off as 20, and after week 7 it's down to about 3. I've heard of those horror stories. Just because
and people do want to get to the point as well where they can just start playing and
that's what we're doing now, Caroline. As I said to the students, in a few weeks' time, we'll get them playing online together, which is always a wonderful moment. I must just say to Andrew, sorry for the late arrival, tech problems. No, it's fine, Andrew. I know, it's early days with the tech, so I'm sure Caroline sorted you out, Andrew, earlier. Or he might have had his own tech problems.
I think so. I didn't see a message come through, but we're also getting, so sorry, I hope you were able to sort it out, Andrew. Might have had to wait to refresh your browser. But there's some thank yous coming through as well from Susan, Drew, Lottie, Ellie, Rosalind, Angela. It is a difficult contract, Angela. No Trump.
Yeah, I mean,
it gets better.
Yeah, no, beginners, improvers, intermediates. Yeah, they'll, experts. We all find no Trumps a bit more difficult than Trump contracts, because you don't have the backstop of the Trumps. So what's happening? Andrew's his laptop is ancient. Oh yes, the phone's not so good, Andrew. We would prefer you to be on an iPad or a tablet or a desktop, but a phone is better than nothing. B's continuing to practice. That's important, Caroline.
Right, that's really good. Yeah. And just give yourself permission to make lots of mistakes and ignore the scores. If the scores look like they're all saying negative, just don't worry about it at the moment, because that all comes, and it's just getting into it and giving it a go. Yeah,
giving it a practice, and don't worry if you don't make your contract. That's very normal in bridge. You don't always make your contract. About a third of the time you would be defeated. Bridge would be a really boring game if you always made your contract. At the moment, we're practicing making our contracts because I want to increase confidence. I don't want all the contracts to be defeated. But in real life, Caroline, contracts go down third of the time, quarter of the time. Yeah.
Don't I know it?
Now listen, good that Joy's grey cells are firing well. Thank you, Joy.
That's great, Joy.
I've got another class coming up, Caroline, at 11 o'clock.
Yes, we shall say goodbye to you and enjoy your next class. But thank you very much for this class. It was a wonderful class yet again. And remember, everybody, please try and join us again next week, same time, for another fantastic lesson. And we are talking about scoring. Is that right?
Scoring, yes. Well done.
Yes.
And there'll be a quiz available on the worksheet as well, just to see how everyone's getting on. But yeah, the main thing is the scoring. And also within the scoring, Caroline, what we're trying to achieve in bridge, because obviously to win at tennis, you win games and then you win sets. So we're looking at how you win, what our kind of aim is in the bidding of what we're trying to do. So yeah,
I think it will demystify quite a lot, won't it?
Well, it will either demystify or mystify even more. It could go either way. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just delighted to have got these everyone going after 4 lessons. It's a wonderful word.
I know, and so many people are just counting their certain tricks already, and It's
Yeah.
great to see everybody participating, and just remember that if you don't get the answers right, that's okay. It's like the experience for the majority of people is to not get the answers right when they're learning.
Caroline, the more mistakes you make, the better, really, at this early stage.
Exactly.
And you will, rather like in life, you learn from your mistakes. And in bridge, you might need to make the same mistake 3 or 4 times, but that 5th time, when you nail it, is a moment of truth.
Yeah. Shauna and I were talking about it earlier this week. We were talking about intuition, and intuition only comes from your past experiences. So you've got to get those experiences under your belt before you can start making those intuitive calls.
That's why, if you've been playing bridge for a year, you're so much more experienced than someone who's been playing for 1 week. If you've been playing bridge for 40 years on and off, not the whole time, I'm clearly an experienced bridge player. So when I look at hands, I can say, yes, well, that one came up the other day, or I know what to do. It's all down to experience. And, we've had a lot of fun learning on the way. So, I'm really excited with this new class. On that note, I think I'll say goodbye.
Yes. All right, everybody. We will see you all again next week. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you all again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack's mum.
Thanks, Jack. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Rosalind. Bye, everyone in replay.